هم بشه با Kingdom Come دو.
To be honest, I'd much prefer to go back to Kuttenberg. Nothing is ideal for a man with my experience. And with your fortune. That gets worryingly smaller every day, Lord Trotsman.
Hardly surprising if you're putting up the Margrave here.
No, that's more down to his Hungarian cousin, if you get my meaning.
Perfectly, my lord.
My apologies, but we've already eaten, and I wasn't expecting more guests. I wouldn't want to give the impression that I'm feeding you with leftovers.
Not to worry, Sir Peter. The leftovers from the Margrave's table are still a banquet for us. For me, at least. But I'm just a village girl.
I wouldn't have thought it.
Oh, you would, sir. But don't concern yourself. I don't mind it.
Eat whatever takes your fancy, my friend. You look like you had a hard journey.
Ah, the journey wasn't so bad, especially compared to what came before it.
Where are you coming from, anyway?
From Trusky.
That's sort of on business. What were you doing there, Prince?
Oh.
We were in a castle cellar, talking to an old acquaintance.
My God, how did that happen?
Simple. I was in the service of Lord Sokol of Lamberg, famous dry devil. I had a job to do around Trusky. You get my meaning.
Absolutely. But it wasn't much of a success, was it?
Actually, it was pretty much. We even took a castle.
Well, more like a small stronghold.
And we nearly got von Berghoff, too.
And what prevented you from completing that righteous?
Actually, it's a little bit my fault.
What are you saying, boy?
Me and my lords were sent to negotiate an alliance with von Berghoff. But that snake was using us the whole time to do his dirty work. He pretended he was willing to cross over to the side of Wenceslas. But instead, he sent us to fight against the king's allies.
And if that wasn't enough, von Orlitz and the Prague militia joined with him.
But why would the Pragas send forces to Trotsky?
Ah, but they didn't, sir. They weren't sent to Trusky, but here. They just stopped off to visit von Berghoff because he was in a tight situation. They took him along with them.
Here? To my fortress? Christ almighty.
Not just here, but everywhere where King Wenceslas still has supporters.
And that's also one of the reasons why we're here. We came to warn you. It seems Sigismund's run out of patience. He's going to break the truce and finish off the rebellion while he still has time. So he's convened all his followers in Kuttenberg with von Berghoff and von Orlitz in the lead. It's just a matter of time before the battles begin.
We've got to secure the fortress quickly, stock up on supplies, reinforce the guard and drill the trees. But I'm grateful to you, friends. Wait here. I'll have the best wine I have brought to you. Bring that red from Burgundy right away.
You might want to save some for Jobst.
I'll gladly risk his displeasure for this occasion.
It seems we both have the same opinion of you.
Well, where do you know him from?
I don't really know him as such. We merely know it.
Yes, I've heard of you. They say you used to be, well...
Yes, a bandit. It's no secret. And Catherine here, she...
I'm sure that's of no interest to the noble gentleman. And anyway, if anyone knows Jobst well, it's Henry here. You two are quite on friendly terms, aren't you?
Hi. We know each other well. We recently had talks together in Rattay.
Anyway, we're straying a little from the point. As I said, One of the reasons we came here is to warn you. And the other reason goes by the name of Hinnock, the Dry Devil. Where is he?
Well, he was here for a while, at my invitation.
Was he? So he's gone?
Where did he go?
I couldn't say. He didn't part quite on the best of terms.
That's quite normal for him. Don't take it to heart, sir.
I had no issue with him. It's more about Margrave Yost. When he met Hinnock,
Disturbed? Why?
well, let's say, after an exchange of opinions, I'm sure if you're interested...
What was Dry Devil doing here, anyway?
Waging war, if you can call it that. He ambushed 3 of Sigismund's supply caravans and a troop of humans in these parts alone. It made me a little nervous. If anyone found out he was hiding out here... in the end, it was Jobst himself who sorted it out.
Why is Jobst taking such risks? He almost put himself in Sigismund's reach. What for?
To do what he's been doing all his life. Scheming.
One could put it that way. He's seeking allies amongst the undecided lords, and winning over to our side some of the ones who've sided with Sigismund so far.
He wants to make deals with turncoats?
Alas, that's the way it goes in France. The majority lean towards the side where they expect the least problems. Just between us, I'm not too pleased myself about Jobst's strategy, and I'm the last one to fish for once.
What do you think about all of this, sir? Sigismund...
What kind of question is that? Do you doubt my loyalty to our king?
No, that's not how I meant it.
Henry here sometimes forgets to weigh his words, sir.
That's all right. To be frank, that is the way of the world. The blood running in their veins, in my opinion.
But what is this...
I'll put it this way.
Least of all bad kings. Isn't that right?
So, what about...
Margaret will certainly want to talk to you. I hope until then, you won't refuse my offer of a bed for the night.
Just an offer. So you'd let us leave if we wanted to.
Well, the Margrave did ask me to look after you until he returns. For the sake of security.
Who's security?
Good question.
So be it.
Sir, there's still one more thing we came for. And we also have to warn Jobst's ally, John of Liechtenstein. Do you know anything about those two?
Sorry, I don't. I didn't even know von Bergau had come here until...
Which is actually good news.
Thank you for the warm welcome, Lord Peter.
It's the least I could do, lad. My fortress is open to all the king's supporters, even if that does make it a bit cramped.
I suppose I ought to get to bed. Where can I sleep, sir?
I had some chambers prepared for all of you. Yours is right here in the palace. Cross that corridor and go up the stairs. You can't miss it. There's a garland above the door. But first, eat your fill, all of you. And maybe you'd like to bathe before going to bed. I told my servant Susanna to prepare baths for you. The baths are in the little house in the courtyard, right next to the well.
Don't shout! Fields are ravaged, our barns are empty, all our ale's gone. And the women folk have this shop. Aye, and people lounging about in the moonlight, shacking the whole
Leave me alone, you wretch! I ain't gonna talk to you about anything.
I apologize. I'm really sorry. Let's just forget about it.
Absolutely.
Let's make up.
I suppose.
Lord Pisek said we could have a bath here?
Yes, sir. I prepared the hot water and fragrant oils myself. And I'll wash your clothes as well.
Thank you.
You needn't thank me, sir. And now, if you'll allow me, I'll help
ساعتی قرار بخوابم. ساعت 8 صبح بیدار میشه طرف. بس خوابه خوابه اسکوان. اصلا
So you got your revenge.
پدرش
Father,
خب
did it make you feel any better? It did. So what comes next? Or now it's next. Berkov? Is that what you really want, son? No matter how many people you kill,
واسه رو تغییر
you can't
بدی.
change what's happened. It's what I want. Are you sure?
What's happening? Why are you waking me up? You again?
Yes, the Margrave is calling for you, sir. You and the other gent.
You mean Ziska?
I suppose. I don't know what his name is, but he's waiting down in the courtyard. I'm just on my way to tend to his wounds.
And what about Catherine?
That's the good wife who arrived with you? I don't know. I think I saw her with our captain.
Very well. I'll go now.
Before you go, I brought you something for breakfast. In case you're hungry. Oh, have I been too bold?
No, definitely not. Thank you. Do you need anything else?
No, sir.
So, why are you standing here?
You haven't dismissed me, sir.
Oh, I see. You may leave. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
never heard of you, sir.
Fret not, I take no offense. I can tell you come from far away. Everyone here in the region knows me. I used to be the mint master, the king's official who oversees the Italian court, where the progress...
That sounds important.
Indeed it is. And that is why Sigismund stripped me of my office as soon as he took control of Kuttenberg.
I know we're in Subtal, and that this fortress belongs to you. I don't know anything else about it. Or about this area.
It's not exactly a royal castle, as you can see. You'll find dozens of such fortresses around Kuttenberg. As the town grew richer, many burghers wanted to climb the social ladder to join the nobility. They bought land and built fortresses. Kuttenberg is surrounded by plains.
See, meine Dame, we aren't idle.
Hello, the worth Henry of Scarlet. I'm just holding a discussion with Captain here about his desolate fortress.
That's not how I'd put it. In the end, as my grandfather said, the strength of a castle is measured by its garrison. And mine is one of the best in the region. What do you say, lad? Am I right?
Aye. I have to admit, the soldiers here look pretty fearsome. I wouldn't want to come up against them in battle.
I get the feeling you'd run instead of facing them, though. Hey?
Leave him be, meine Dame. Nobody has sense will take on my men.
Now look here, I was just being polite. I'd happily take on your men.
Ach ja?
Do you fancy yourself a knight?
Come, Junge. We'll stuff your... Pulkart, come here! The first to bleed loses.
Well, you haven't shown yourself to be very manly, have you? Thank God I didn't make a bet with the captain.
Well, at least you don't have to go to confession. Gambling is the road to hell.
Don't worry about it, lad. Pulkart has the strength of a bull. He's not easy to defeat.
What?
Ah, nothing. You know what? Take this shield to help you get over your defeat. At least you have something to hide behind. Get into another fight, God forbid.
Better go and find Zizka. The Margrave is expecting us.
I saw Zizka next to the stables. There was...
Do you want to come with us to see Yobs?
Not really. I have a feeling we'll have to leave.
Why?
A woman's intuition.
How are things, Captain?
What do you think? I've seen better days. And you, youngster?
Not so great. I'm feeling pretty battered.
Just wait until you've been through as much as I have. damned rusty one, I'd say.
خب
But enough chat. I see Yobst has returned to the fortress.
That's why I'm here. They're expecting us. I wanted to take Catherine over too, but she said she'd rather get the horses ready.
She's doing the right thing, and you better run ahead and greet the Margrave. I'll join you shortly.
Are you expecting trouble?
I always expect trouble. Yobst has turned coats more times than I can count. And the way things are these days, I'd rather have horses standing by, even on a visit to my parents.
What about that dry devil of yours? Did you find out where he went?
No, nobody asked him when. I'm not surprised. He might.
Should I really go and see Yobst on my own? He's a Margrave, though.
So what? You already know him better than I do. You met him in Ratai. I only know what I've heard about him.
All right, but he sent for us both. How's it going to look?
A bit odd, I suppose. But you must...
All right, then. I'll be getting...
What did I do to you?
Henry. Where's Captain Zizka?
He got held up.
I received a report that von Bergov's banner is flying in the camp of my dear cousin Sigismund, so I assume the negotiations at Trotsky didn't go too smoothly.
No, sir. I don't have good news for you, I'm afraid.
Well, good or bad, I'm sure you have plenty to report.
خب بزرگ سوال ما میخواد
So what happened with von Bergov at Trotsky?
I beg your pardon, Margrave. I have the feeling you already know everything.
Really? I have the opposite feeling. These days, I seem to be completely in the dark. John of Liechtenstein, my court spy, I suppose you could say, has mysteriously fallen silent. But there's one thing you're right about. I have a fair idea about what you got up to at Trotsky. Now, let's get to a more important question. I heard you ended up in von Bergov's dungeon. And judging by the state you were in when you arrived, I expect they didn't treat you too well. You didn't reveal anything important there.
Well, I asked questions, yes. I was counting on that and prepared myself for it.
How did you prepare yourself?
I just thought something up.
Henry, what exactly did you tell them? What you might consider to be a minor detail might be something of utmost importance.
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
But you said you had time to think. So how was it then?
Well,
I've had better liars than you failed to trick me. So tell me, what came out of those loose lips of yours?
although it wasn't me who told him, von Bergov did get certain information.
What information?
About Liechtenstein. That he's in Kuttenberg. And what he's doing there. I'm really sorry, sir. But... well, they tortured us.
Oh,
That is truly unfortunate. But you've nothing to be ashamed of. I think it's too much to expect anyone to hold their tongue under torture.
But Lord Liechtenstein... what if they killed him because of us?
John went straight into the lion's den. He knew this. Thank you for the news. You're free to go if you want. But I would be glad if you stayed in the room. As soon as it's possible, you can join a legation heading for Rattay. I'm sure you already want to go home.
What? Go home? I can't. I have to rescue Sir Hans. I made a promise I'd protect him.
A noble thought. But you mustn't worry about Lord Capon. I'm sure von Berghoff has him trapped in a gilded cage.
But I made a promise, sir.
I understand, but honestly, Lord Capon is now safer than you or I. The most sensible course now is to wait for the ransom demand.
خب
Margrave. Ah, Captain Zizka. Henry and I were just discussing Lord Capon.
Margrave thinks he's in no danger, and we should wait for a ransom demand.
As one does. I wanted to talk to you about something else. I suppose you're wondering why your friend Henry, also known as the Dried Devil, isn't here?
Oh, there's plenty of gossip going on around the fortress. You and Pisek refused to grant him asylum.
Asylum is for those in distress, Captain. Hinek came... No offense intended. I applaud your art. The pen is mightier than the sword, but there are times when it's vice versa. Enter!
All ready to leave now, sir?
Good. It's high time. I expect the captain was about to leave anyway. Are you not? With pleasure. And you, Henry?
Me? Oh, sir, I made a promise.
I understand. I won't attempt to keep you here by force.
خب
But bear in mind, I have concluded a very fragile truce with Sigismund, which gives us time to get ready. And if anyone should disrupt my plans with headstrong acts of violence, there will be consequences. Grave consequences. I consider this matter closed. Farewell and good luck.
I get the feeling Yelps didn't make a great impression on you. Are we leaving?
Yeah. And Henry's going with us.
Wait, you'll help me find Capon?
Sure. But we'll need people for that. And information. Catherine, I've got a job for you.
Yes.
Go to Kuttenberg. Find out what happened to Liechtenstein. If anyone knows what's going on in this godforsaken country, it'll be him. In the meantime, we'll go and find Dry Devil and his band.
Good luck. I'd go all the way to Rome to spy if it kept me away from the devil.
Let's go.
خب تصمیم حساب جاسوس کنم واسه یه نفر دیگه
your plan, anyway? Go from village to village, hamlet to hamlet, until we find them?
That won't be necessary. We just have to visit places where you can get booze.
So all the taverns and dens in the region?
If it comes to that.
I'm up for that.
Don't get your hopes up. We'll have a beer, listen to the local rumour mill, and if we don't find anything, we'll pay up and move on.
Where do we start?
I have heard of a place that's a favoured meeting spot of bandits, poachers, and all kinds of scum. If I was looking for the devil, or at least someone who knows something about him, that's where I'd go.
Sounds like a good place to start. And if we find the devil, what then?
If we're really to step on Sigismund's toes, we need capable men. And the devil's capable of anything, really.
I'm not sure what the three of us can achieve.
Connect's not alone.
Who?
That's what his band is called. They're exactly the sort of men we need.
And what do you have in mind when you say step on Sigismund's toes? What about Liechtenstein? Capon?
Same thing we did to von Dragon. Don't worry. It's going to take a lot of time before we're ready. In the meantime, hopefully Catherine will find out where young Liechtenstein is hiding. If his spy network really lives up to the legend, he'll surely know where they're keeping young Capon.
I just hope Sir Hans is alright.
Why wouldn't he be? He's the Lord of Kirkstein. He's of no use to them dead.
If I don't bring him back to Hannes alive, I might as well hang myself. Anyway, how much farther is it?
Still a long way to go. Shall we speed up?
Aye. The sooner we get there, the better.
خب سریع سفر میکنیم الان. میخونه
I warned you, you had it coming, you drunk.
Hang on. I didn't see. That's for better when I've had a drink. It's a gift from God. Either you pay us back our coin, or you can leave your head with us. You wouldn't get a cross in front of eternity.
drunkard.
It's good to see you too, Shishka. What happened to...
That doesn't matter.
Huh?
You're looking at all that's left of it.
I see we have a lot to talk about.
That we do. Anyway, this is Henry. Henry, this is Kubianka.
Hiya, lad. And thanks for the help. You're handling with the sword.
Thanks.
Not that I couldn't handle them myself.
He would be one of the best archers north of the... He wasn't drunk or...
Should we leave before someone notices the corpse?
Easy, lad. This was the devil's den. If we behave ourselves, the innkeeper will just charge us with cleaning.
There will be plenty of time to get a... We're looking for the devil.
Well, when I... This is the innkeeper.
Gentlemen, I won't have this. You're murdering my guests and making a mess.
They started it.
They've been drinking on credit for half a day. Who's going to pay?
If you search their pockets and sell their weapons, that should cover it. And I have a feeling Kubienka here owes them some dice winnings. I'd pay him.
All right. Here you go.
Ah, I see you are a nobleman and a generous one at that. You didn't have to, but we'll clear away the corpses, pour some sand on the blood, and no one will know what happened here.
That's nice of you.
Nobody will be looking for them anyway.
Did you hear, Lord Chief?
Yes, I did. Of course. I'm leaving.
Is it just you and the devil here? Where's the rest?
That's the problem.
What?
Well, I'm alone.
Where's everybody else?
I'd like to know that too.
What?
Who captured it?
How should I know?
Shit, Kubienka, you must know who came up.
Well, he botched this job in before. Fuck. Pisses me off.
Do you know where they're keeping him?
Why? The town guard took him.
Fuck. There's no way we're getting him up.
My words. Otherwise, we would have gotten him not even a mouse.
How long has it been?
I've been sitting here drinking ever since it happened. So, maybe a week, maybe even a month.
A month? They haven't...
That's the thing. The devil's famous. Lots of they want to send their soul to the Lord in a much... Devil. So
What are they planning to do with him?
the devil's got a fat... There are several empty... They take him to their... When someone... They said...
If they're going to move,
I thought that...
I was...
More like I... Can you think of it?
Well,
Maybe.
maybe.
What place?
West of...
and what?
You'll go with Kubienka.
哎，回去混回来了，回来了。
We tried to capture him. But he ambushed and captured us instead.
That sounds like Shishka. But that is how friendships for life are made.
Was one of them in jail, while the other mocked them through the bars?
Actually, that's how I met my wife.
You have a wife? Where is she now?
Where could she be? Maybe rotting in the jail. I left her there on our wedding night.
That's what you say.
Oh, come on, Henry. We must have some fun. We with you are about to act. Do not frown. It does not suit you.
I'm not frowning. That's just how my face is.
My condolences, then. Especially to your family. If my my wife gave birth to something like that, I wouldn't know whether to fetch a priest or a shovel.
You don't know shit about my family. So keep your mouth shut.
Or what?
Or
I've seen things you wouldn't believe.
you nearly got killed just now. Yet you're stirring shit again.
Oh, well, I cannot help myself. Life's to be lived, and the body's to go to the grave properly packed up, so I take it easy. As they say in Latin, cop demon.
So you're a mercenary, cutthroat, swindler, drunk, and on top of that, a philosopher.
I'm a man of many. You know what?
A man of many debts and drinks.
Oh, come on. You do not even know me. We will get to know each other once we have a drink together. Speaking of which, would you have a drop on you?
No.
Fuck. I never ride out without some supplies. I don't know if I can stand it.
A few more stupid jokes and I'll plug your gob. But it won't be with booze.
You are very lucky to be with Shishka that you saved me.
Starting to regret it.
That's why I like you. We will have so much fun together. I feel it in my bones. But we better pick up our pace. I need to piss. until he arrived at a suitable place. I followed him almost all the way to Sigismund's camp.
What are we gonna do now?
Well, welcome to our camp. It's not
What's this mess?
Hey, you don't see me insulting your home.
So where are the cannons?
We hit something. Something is buried a little ways over there.
Don't you remember where you put them?
Well, I have a rough idea.
Jesus Christ. So? Where are they?
One of those places.
We're gonna dig through half the forest.
Nonsense. I'll walk around and get my bearings. You'll see. Anyway.
Which one is that? Come on then.